My friends, welcome to Talk Casual. We're here live from the Outer Rim here at Tezza's Games. To the left of me, the dancing monkey himself, Ian. As always, I'm the Grandmaster of Salt, Namazhal. Ian.
We've still got a little bit of salt still on the tables here.
Little bit of salt.
That vacuuming didn't get all of that. There's still a little bit of salt, or maybe that just came from the last game you just played.
I say it's the last game.
Ian, it was the last game, was it?
What do we have on tonight's menu?
Oh, we've got exciting news. Exciting news. We have some X-Wing news.
Oh, wow.
That's our
That's X-Wing news.
Yeah, so rather strange. We've been treated to, I've got all these windows open. We've been treated to X-Wing news pretty much non-stop. There's always been something to talk about, and well, it's the first week we got nothing.
Nothing. I thought the Mining Guild tie would come out now.
Yeah, maybe that was what.
I thought that would be the last piece, but most likely it'll come out on the Friday morning or Saturday. Friday being a Saturday morning here.
It'll probably come out tomorrow or something. So possibly, who knows? But we have a look on there. Let's have a look on there. Oops, let me click the right button. So. We got
Christmas,
Christmas, blah this, blah that. We don't care about Legion. We don't care about.
Legion stuff came out. We've got tons of Legion stuff.
Yeah, tons of Legion stuff to talk about. Keyforge. What the heck is Keyforge? I think people keep playing. I think it's a card game.
It's not Star Wars. Next.
Not Star Wars. Next. Yeah, all the way down there for Armada, which we talked about last week. So no X-Wing news and no Armada news. So let's just call it the show. Nothing important.
Good night, everyone. Like, subscribe.
Nothing important happened in Armada. Did it recently?
There was Nationals.
Oh, Nationals. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you went to Nationals.
I went to Nationals up in sunny Queensland. So
you're that patriotic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. You walked all the way over here to try and get that joke in. Yeah.
So as everyone knows, that Australian Armada Nationals was held in the Magic Vault in Queensland. I was the lone representative of the state of Victoria.
Yeah, I couldn't make it. I had work
as the guy said over there, you're the top Victorian and the bottom Victorian. So, I like to think the glass half full, not glass half empty. The first day was 4 rounds of Swiss. Then it was a cut to the top 8. So 4 rounds of Armada being 1 hour, 2 hours and 15 minutes. So that was going to be a long day. So
it's a long day, 4 rounds.
So it started at 10 and I think we finished around 8 o'clock at night. So it was a pretty good day. And at the end I was feeling pretty good.
Breaks in between actually.
There was 1 hour break after.
Oh, there's one problem. 1 hour break. Oh.
1 hour break for lunch after the first round.
Oh, that kills ya.
I know.
That kills ya. Oh, that always killed me.
I know it does.
I hate that, especially if you had to buy on the first round. Well, you get to the tournament. If you had to buy, was it even numbers or?
Yeah, even numbers, but
even numbers?
Several people used their regionals buy. So
man,
it was all even because
over 3 hours before you get to play your first game, when you show up to a tournament.
Yeah.
That would hurt.
So 4 of them, I think, used their buys. I think
even number. That's all right.
Yeah. So there was even numbers throughout the game. So
okay.
Yeah. I just need to bring up my click on my name for a sec.
The right one?
That one.
That's the right one.
So I just need to bring up the actual. Here's the standings.
Here's the standings for the
days.
I made. These are all the players who made it in.
So 28 players were at Armada Nationals.
Is that the biggest we've had? No, I think we've had bigger.
I think there was bigger in Queensland. I'm not 100% certain.
Well, mate, you finished 5th.
I finished 5th after the Swiss 4 Swiss rounds. So my first opponent was actually that's the name. Jason.
It's hard to read.
Jason Perkins. Jason was rocking a ISD. I can't remember this is the one match I can't remember that well. He was rocking an ISD. I think it was a Kuwait ISD with Modi.
Yep.
And a VSD with iron emplacements. The one that takes the shields off the side. And I think he had 2 Gazantis and a fighter ball. I can't remember what it was.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you have to have a fighter ball if you only got those 2 ships.
So I think the objective was. I think he went second player.
Yep.
So I went second player, and he chose my fire lanes.
Fire lanes. Yeah.
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 So,
Really good fire lanes in yours. Do you have shuttles?
not fire lane, sorry. Sensor, no, what's the green one? Blue one, sorry. Salvage run.
Salvage run.
I was thinking, no.
Yeah, it works the same. Yeah, well, you can
Salvage.
control all the all the debris and all that. Yeah,
So I can't
would not
remember
pick
much
that
of that
against
match. I do apologise to Jason. It was basically a slugfest. His ISD came up. I blew up his ISD.
Yep.
Moddy blew up, and then it was just his VSD while we're having our squadron battle, I believe, on the side.
Yep.
And then one is my ISD versus an interdictor versus his VSD. End of story. So I blew it
the
up.
interdictors, the VSD has struggled to kill an interdictor, really.
Yeah.
It's not easy with all those repairs.
Yeah, and you know, of course, targeting scrambers came a retreat as always.
Yep.
And that one went really well. Went 8-4.
8-4?
8-3. 8-3.
Yep.
Is it 8-3? The scoring system.
Let's have a look. You win.
So
Nice if it's zoomed up bigger so everyone at home could see it. But that was 400 to 6-3. So yeah, I think that's a 400 minus 6.
I think it was a
no,
9.
it's a 10.
Oh, it was a 10.
400
It was a 10.
minus-
Sorry, it was a 10.
It's 460
Yeah, it was a 10.
minus 63.
I do
Yeah, you got a
apologise.
10.
So
First round was a
first
10.
round, a 10. 10-1.
10-1.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then here I'm thinking, oh great, I've picked too early.
Yep.
You don't want it. You
And
do-
you did.
The
You
fir-
did pick too early.
The first thing you do, first rule of Armada, you do not want to peak early. Because the next round, I got my good friend from Sydney, Kenny, and Kenny was running a
Finishing top 2 with Swiss as
yeah,
well. Yeah.
he was running a Guppy Corvette Akbar list with, of course, Ahsoka Wad GR, and then I think I can't remember what it was. It was had to be Torren Far and Ahsoka Tano on the GRs, I think it was, and a swarm of A wings.
Torrent Fard's usually pretty common, especially
Yeah.
with the A-Wings getting those rerolls all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
It's pretty sweet.
So he was 400, I was 400. We rolled it off, and I got to chose.
Yep.
And I chose to be first player. He had fire lanes.
Knowing what his list was, I almost think you almost probably would have been better off a second player.
I know that's after
hindsight.
Hindsight's a good thing. I should have gone second player, but I thought
Yeah.
no, I better go first because I was thinking he might take my sensitive. He had VCXs.
Yeah, it does make it hard because he'll probably just take the salvage run and possibly
Correct.
take those. Yeah.
Correct. That's what I was
He
thinking
has
at the
the
time.
ability to get up there and do that.
Correct. So,
And you wouldn't fly your Gazantes in such a way to run up and pick them up either, would you?
no.
Yeah, you're
So I
too
thought-
cowardly like that.
Correct.
You're too cowardly
correct.
like that. Yeah.
So I chose to be first player. He had all the same shenanigans, most wanted,
Yep.
fire lanes,
Yep.
and sensitive.
Yep.
And I chose fire lanes.
Yeah.
My objective was.
Fire lanes, oh, that's a tough one.
So what I actually did was it kind of
Sentinet's a tough one too because you can rack them
it
up.
kind of half worked. The only problem was he put out his tokens out, spread them out. I'm like, okay, this is interesting. So I rushed toward my squadrons towards the VCXs before I could move them. I killed one of his VCXs. I couldn't kill the other.
Yeah.
So I could contain one of the tokens to myself, but the other three were actually free to move around.
Yeah.
So my thought
Other
was
two, fire lanes got 3, isn't it?
other two, correct? Yes.
yeah,
sorry,
the other two.
two.
You got the other-
sorry.
you kept the other two to
I kept
yourself,
one
yeah.
to myself, two to the other. So
Yeah.
my objective was okay. I've got one. He's got 2. So he's going to get 15 points per round.
Yeah.
I've got to kill kill 2 A-wings and stuff like that. Kill his. I went for just his fighter ball and his
Well, yeah,
Gazanti ball.
if you knock down his squadrons, then that pretty much
Yeah,
helps to counteract
and
those
it kind of
things there.
worked. It kind of worked. He kind of went. He moved his fleet on the other side, and his squadrons were right in the middle. So I charged my fleet right to his squadrons.
Yep.
And tried to kill him off. Unfortunately, he got a lucky shot with his Corvette. His Guppy with his Corvette. So one of his A-wings shot the side of my Gazanti, and then his Corvette killed my
Was it
Gazanti.
TRC Corvette?
TRC Corvette with intel officer.
Oh, yeah.
So he killed one of my Corvettes. My squadrons got a couple of
Gazantis,
hits. Gazantis. Killed a couple of squadrons. I killed most of his squadrons. And unfortunately, it did come out a 7-4 win to him. So
Yeah.
he got some lucky shots in the end, but I was happy with that loss anyway because it was kind of a lot. It was a bit
It
of
wasn't a bad loss.
it wasn't a bad loss.
Overall bad loss. Enough to recover from.
It was enough to go. Yeah,
Especially if all you got to do is make top 8.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought, you know what, that's fine, all good. Let's move on. Ken was an awesome player. I have
Yeah.
nothing but respect for Kenny and the Parramatta boys. So, and it was a good, fun game. Next game was against Kia. Kia was running 2 gladiators, 2 Gazantes, and a raider with Ozzle. So one of the glads was just had ordnance experts, engine techs, all the shebang, and one was demo with the demo title. So Kia, he had the initiative
there too. So yeah, that's pretty good.
He had the initiative. He chose to be first player, being a demo player.
Yeah.
And then he chose my contested outpost. So I did my whole shenanigans of Gravwell and pulled the station towards me and stayed at the station.
Yep.
So he came rushing towards my station, towards my ISD.
Did you try and kill your ships, or is he going for the stations? Maybe?
No, he was going for my ships and the station. So he also had a good fighter ball. He had your Dengar, Marek, Jendon,
God, yeah.
and it was just.
Oh, that's a nightmare, that ball.
Of course, I tried to tie up his squadrons. His Dengar said, "You're all heavy,"
Yep.
and then he ran off. I'm like, well, that's
the way it goes. You can't do anything about that.
And then he had Tempest squadron, so he had his advance as a bomber as well. So he had a lot of bombers. He kept chipping away at the ISD. Lucky for me, targeting scramblers. Oh man,
it saved you.
Oh, that MPV of the whole tournament was my targeting
I
scramblers.
really hate your targeting scramblers. I got to get that card that forces your opponent to exhaust the card.
Yeah.
When you're flying that,
But
targeting scramblers kills you.
most of the times it was denying APT because he had APT on both gladiators, and every time he had a crit, I re-rolled it into a hit or a blank, and he couldn't get APTs off, and he was just like,
God.
that card is paying off.
That card, yeah.
I'm like, it works 60% all the time.
That's really good, It's just if you can, especially young blacks, like getting rid of those crits. It's amazing, really.
So
Getting rid of them.
in the end, I killed his non-demo.
Yep.
His demo flew off. His raider came behind me and started contesting the outpost. Now, this is a critical point of the match. He could have actually gained a point for the contested outpost, but what happened was I had a double arc on the ISD from the rear.
Yep.
I shot the radar.
So wait, contested outpost, or didn't you have the state? Yeah. Oh, you had the 2 stations.
Contested outpost.
It was contested outpost. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. So I had dual arc on the radar.
Yep.
Got it down to 1 hull. It survived on 1 hull. So I had Jendon on the side. So I brought Valen in the squadron.
Yep.
And then I activated Jendon to give Valen a shot. He rolls a hit and kills the radar.
Oh, yeah.
And then I got all 6 points for contested outpost. Lost my ISD. He lost his radar, his 2 Gazantes, and his non-demo, and I got that win there. So that was I think that was like an 8.
Yeah, you really needed those because what did we get on that one? I'll just bring that back up. That was your 3rd match.
Yeah, it was my 3rd match round.
Yeah, you just got the 300 to 209, so you got 120, 108.
I think it was an 8. I'm not 100% certain.
That's an 8. Yeah. It's actually annoying about this format is they actually don't show the that it was an 8. It just says how many points. I don't have the point scores in front of us. Round 4 now. So
round 4. So
Daniel.
So Daniel was Dan was one of the. Again, I think he's from Canberra, but he flies.
Oh, and you knocked him out of the top 8.
Yeah,
he was on 3 wins as well.
Yeah,
his 4th would have got him in there.
Absolutely. So it's one of those games that you feel sorry for your opponent, but then you want to get in the top 8. So Dad was he's one of the really good players. He was predicted by the poor guys, the Parramatta Attack Wing guys, to make the top 8 cut. He was rocking a Simoon Spinal intensified forward firepower.
All the red dice in the forward arc.
Thrawn.
Too bad they're red dice.
And he had Thrawn.
Oh.
And then he had an Architect of Nina.
Yep.
And he had 2 Gazantes, and then again that fighter ball of Suntia Fel, Dengar,
So it's 1 ISD, 2 Gazantes.
1 ISD, 1 Architect.
Oh, and an Architect. Sorry, I missed the Architect. Yeah.
And then your Gazantes were your long range shots ones. So it wasn't the cheap ones. He had the red ones. I thought, that's really interesting. I wonder how it's going to work.
Yeah, intensified forward firepower triggers for that.
Correct.
Too.
Correct.
Wow,
So if
yeah.
you roll blanks of the reds,
Yeah.
the intensified forward power gives you that hit.
Does it give you a double or just one hit?
One hit,
It
though.
only gives the one hit.
But
But
he was-
still, it's one
but
hit.
he-
You got to deal with that one hit.
Yeah, he was.
That's a token, or that's
Yeah, so he had
Yeah.
he had Avenger on his as well too. So I'm thinking, I was like, oh, this is an easy match. I'm going to get this easily. But then he went. I think he had the initiative. He chose second player and chose my a salvage run again. So salvage run had a good workout.
yeah. He went first player.
He went first player. Yeah,
chose
so salvage run.
Yep.
I got only my 3 tokens. He got one of mine. He was actually a bit closer with his one of them.
Yeah.
With his Architons, drove up and got it. So it came to a point where it came to a slinging match between the ISDs, and excuse me.
You're nearly dying there, mate.
Yeah, I know. And then the Gazantes were doing like all this hitting where I'm like, wow, look at them. They're actually hitting, and he actually had concentrate fires with the Gazantes at long range.
Oh.
So he's rolling 2 reds.
Oh man.
And then one did roll a double, and then he intensified forward player. So that's 3 hits
Jesus,
from
yeah.
a Gazanti at long range.
Man, you got to deal with that. That is crafty thinking.
I know.
That is genius
spot
level
on the
level
ball.
building there.
So yeah, he massacred my fighters. That was fine.
Yeah.
In the end, what happened was we just kept it to a bumping match. He forgot to activate his ISD. He thought his ISD would survive one more shot. He activated something else. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
But what happened was I killed his Simoon.
So he didn't forget to activate. He just activated out of order.
Correct.
Thought it was going to live.
Correct.
but it
Yeah.
didn't.
Yeah. I killed his Simoon. I killed his Architons. So
Yeah.
everything else.
Everything else
blew
dies.
up.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
It was
a-
quite risky list because that's 2 of them though. They had like just a big ship, a little ship, and then 2 Gazanis. So,
Correct.
Like same with what was Ken's? He had 2. He had the Guppy, the
Guppy.
2,
He had Guppy
and the 2 Corvettes.
Corvettes.
And
I
Corvettes.
think it was 3 Corvettes.
I thought it was 2 Corvettes and 2 transports.
I
I think that was his photo he had on Facebook, wasn't it?
I can't remember off the top of my head, but I think
I'll
it
look it
sounds
up.
about right. Yeah, it sounds like 2 Corvettes. But yeah, I got he killed my ISD, but of course, once the ISD was kind of dead, the interdictor wasn't going to go away. So,
Yeah.
so yeah, again, I won that one. I think that was an 8. Again, I'm not 100% certain, or close by. It would be in the Sydney page.
The Sydney page.
Sydney page, yeah. So unfortunately, yeah, I did knock Dan out of the top 8 contention. I've been in that situation before, and I gave my sympathies for him. And,
Yeah.
but I was chuffed, and I made it to the top 8, and I made it to the second day, which was, yeah.
Oh, here we go. We got. I won't get that.
Yeah, 2 Corvettes.
Oh yeah, 2 Corvettes. Yeah, we'll show the winning fleet afterwards. Actually,
Yeah.
I won't bring that up now.
That wasn't the winning fleet though.
That wasn't the winning fleet.
No,
I thought
we
it
don't-
was, but didn't he win?
No, he didn't win.
Oh, okay.
Dan,
Then I will show it. Cool. We'll just do it now before we move
yeah.
on.
So that was Kenny's fleet.
There
There.
you go. That's Kenny's fleet right there. So you got the 2 Corvettes and the Guppy there, the squadron ball. So yeah, that was he's the only one who posted his fleet, I think. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's interesting because it's the same with his fleet. All you got to do, you just got to kill 3 ships, and the other ones you got to kill 2 ships.
Yeah, but
It's,
Corvettes moving around fast. It's kind of hard to pin down. All
They can
Corvettes.
be if you're lucky enough to get one, you get one. You got
Yeah.
it. You know, if you can line it up. But
So yeah,
it's
at the end of 4 rounds of Armada, I was pretty stoked. I made top 8. I got 5th, and I was coming to the.
actually
second
what's
round.
really funny is Kenny he was the only one who finished he had all 4 wins.
Yep.
Undefeated, but came second.
Came second.
Yeah.
Armada.
Got to love the Armada point system.
Yeah.
Something it just doesn't look right.
Well, we got the same
Really
points,
doesn't look right.
but then
Yeah,
MOV.
30 points is what? Not even 50 points of MOV. Ugh.
Yeah.
He even has a high SOS. Like I hate SOS, but you know what? Sometimes I think SOS in this game. I hate it though. I just feel like you could get screwed by it so badly.
He went undefeated 4 rounds.
Yeah,
And came second in Swiss.
in Swiss in first round.
Yeah, because he was less than 50 points. Ben Doyle was less than 50 points more than
Yeah.
him. But, strength of schedule, Ben Doyle had 5.31, Kenny had 6.06.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah.
whatever that means. But
Awesome. Yeah.
goes to show he had the tougher opponents, I suppose, doesn't it? So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so naturally. But, How the
So
heck-
we moved
how
to
do you
top
fix this
top
one?
8. So top 8 was the second day.
Top 8, scores.
It was
So,
a
there's your
Swiss
name.
free.
Yep.
Again, I came 5th. basically 3
I don't know
rounds.
how I feel about it being a Swiss of 3. Should it just be an elimination?
I think people were more engaged that way. People don't really like elimination for some reason in a Marta sense.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Well, it sucks you show up to play a 2-hour game, but then again, at least you're showing up to a top 8 the next day and playing 2 hours instead of 45 minutes.
So first round of top 8, guess who I get? Kenny again.
Kenny again.
So it came to the roll off, and of course he won it this time round, and of course he chose second player. So
let's go do the same thing again.
So this time I chose actually most wanted. I thought no, let's go.
It's probably a better choice because you can't really rack up the points. But
so then he actually chose my Gazanti as the most wanted ship.
Really?
Yeah. I think he was trying to bait me to say, hey, I'm not going to put on your ISD because I know if I put it on your ISD, you're not going to come towards me. I'll put it on your Gazanti.
Well, you could because you have the ability to keep that thing alive and just pop repairs out of that thing once it's snowing.
Correct. So I kind of thought, no, I was shitting bricks because I was in the top 8. I didn't really think that well. In hindsight, it's a great thing these days, because you got two.
Hindsight's always a good thing.
Yeah, you got 2, national champions in the top 8. Then you got Ken. You got David. David's an awesome player. He's a regionals winner as well. Yeah. Then there were the Renegade boys. You got Ben, Ben Doyle and Scott Bell. Scott. You got your X-Wing national champs there. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to stay at speed 0 here and take the tactical loss. So that's what I did. Tactical loss. 6-5 to Ken, 0 MOV.
You gotta love a game where where a tactical loss is a thing.
You know what? I said, you know what?
Well, is it a thing? I know viewers, is tactical loss a thing in gaming? It's should it be a thing?
I thought I could, maybe submarine it and see how it go from there.
I don't think that was ever going to happen in a free round of the Nationals.
No, well, if you can see from
you'd have to get 2 10s after that.
Well, if you can see that the top player got 27 points,
yeah,
so that's almost 3 points off of a perfect round.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like 2 10s and a 7 or something.
Yeah.
Or what did he score actually?
So congratulations to Dan for starters.
Dan was the winner there. So yeah, you look at that. So no, that was 9. That's a 8, and then probably another 8. Is it?
Yeah, either way, there was no way I was going to catch it. But this was at the start of the day. I thought, you know what, games are going to be close. I thought, you know what, I'll take a tactical loss now, and then I'll move on and hopefully do a bit better with the 2 games.
Yeah.
Second round opponent, again, it was Kia. Kia with his dual interdicted list, demolisher list, demo list, gladiator list, and back again. So again, he had the initiative. He took the first player, and then he chose contested outposts again. So I did exactly the same thing. This time round, he actually, I killed his demo, and there was one turn I didn't get the contested outpost. It was shared together. There was actually one time he could have killed my ISD. He rolled 3 doubles, so 3 hit crits, and 1 hit on his demo. I targeting scrambled the doubles, and then he rolled. It was blank hit. So I turned what was 2, 4, 6, 7 hits down to 2 with targeting scramblers, and he's just.
If there was a broken card in this game, it's targeting scramblers.
Targeting scramblers.
This guy always goes on about how bad TRC is. Like I'm flying with TRC things. Well, is it? Targeting scramblers.
But then he did get a good shot on my Gazanti, like from his demo from the front range. So he rolled 2 reds, 2 blacks. He got an accuracy with the red, and then he got all the hits he needed to kill a Gazanti straight off. So he got the perfect dice. So I'm like, a red with an accuracy. Well, that happens. All I could do was laugh. So again, that match was this one was pretty close. This was actually a bit closer this time round. I did win it again. I thought I actually lost it. I lost my ISD.
How close was it? So round 2. So 2. Yeah, it's very close. That's like a 6. Yeah, it's only a 6 your way, isn't it?
I think it was a.
Yeah, because it's 250 minus 234, so that's less than 50 points.
Yeah.
So that's a 6 for you. So who won? So Iron Ken defeated you because he was second player, didn't he?
Yeah.
So so he got 5. So he's sitting on 11 there, and then Luke came along and. Wow, what the heck did you and Luke do? 65 to 10?
Yeah. Okay.
What, you killed a Y-wing?
Yeah, I killed a Y-wing,
Yeah.
and then he killed all of my squadrons. So again, I came against Luke. Luke was a national champion. I kind of said, "Bugger this." He went.
And he finished fourth. And
He
knocked you out.
I chose second player. He chose my advanced gunnery. He of course. He kept away. I kept
Advanced gunnery. You know advanced gunnery.
the
the station.
No, in my advanced gunnery
Oh, you have advanced gunnery.
advanced gunnery on the on my reds.
Oh,
Red
okay. You do
objectives.
have advanced gunnery. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I thought you switched to the
No,
stations.
no.
Yeah.
He chose
Yeah.
advanced gunnery.
Okay, cool.
I didn't engage. I tried to engage, but he ran off. And he killed all my squadrons. I killed a Y-wing 6-5 to him. So he I was kind
Take
of
the strategic win.
yeah. He took the strategic win. I took him. Well, I was pretty happy with.
Where was he sitting on that one? Because like he had what's that? That's
Yeah, he couldn't win it.
he couldn't win it.
He
Yeah,
couldn't
his
win
first round against Kia. Yeah, that wasn't a good win. Yeah, that's the trouble when you look at what Dan did. Dan coming with they're just solid wins there.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. So no, it was a really good event. Again, hindsight in the top 8, I would have probably gone in a bit more.
is this a glitch in the system? Because how does Kia come 6 when he won no games and Ben Doyle and Scott Birmingham both won 1 game and are below him?
I presume they had bad losses and
Must have been. They must have been some pretty bad losses because.
that's a martyr for you.
That's a martyr, I guess.
Yeah, so,
'cause-
But
no,
no,
they're not overly bad. It's just I think
I
that's a
don't-
glitch in the. That must be a glitch in the system.
yeah,
Glitch in the matrix.
Kia,
or
yeah.
something.
Unfortunately, Kia didn't do
Yeah,
that great
yeah,
in the
so-
top 8, but he was a great, awesome opponent. We had so much fun.
Yeah.
I had so much fun with all my games. For anyone who is thinking about going to nationals or has the slight inclination that this is going to be some kind of shit fest top 8 kind of I'm better than you type scenario now.
Well, it's a martyr, so it is, but it's still fun.
It's fun. It was
Fun
actually,
shit.
It was actually it was played. It was probably the most casualist games of Armada I've ever played.
Yeah, the guys are pretty casual.
Yeah,
Yeah, like all
so-
the Parramatta guys are pretty.
Parramatta,
good.
the Renegade
Yeah,
Squadron
Renegade's
guys,
good,
and
yeah.
so it was really good. And we got pizza, free pizza on the first day, and
Oh, pizza.
yeah, pizza.
Oh,
They chuck us free pizzas, and it was really well done from the Magic Vault, and top marks to Dan again from Renegade Squadron winning it with his. I can't remember what he actually had. I remember he had an ISD and he had Gazantes with slicer tools. That's all I heard about all day.
you didn't face him, did you?
No, I didn't get to face him. That would have been an
Yep.
interesting match actually. So, and it was a really interesting top 8. It was actually 4 Imperials, 4 Rebels. There was 2 Riken Aces, Riken lists, but different kind of variations. There was a Dodana run by Luke.
Yep.
That's actually what's Luke's list. Luke's was a Dodana Y-wing swarm with 10 nub, and he had
10 numb. Oh,
he had
he does hurt, doesn't
yeah.
he? Yeah.
He had the Profanity and Profanity, Yavaris, all that janky stuff that you kind of don't want to go near kind of scenario.
Yeah, that stuff where it's like you're damned if you do and damned if you
Yeah.
don't engage it. It's just
So, then, Kia was running Ozzel. I forgot to say Ozzel was his commander.
Ozzel, yep.
Ozzel was pretty good, so you can slow back and up and down.
yeah, those admirals that allow you to do maneuvers. It's just sometimes people might laugh at them, but yeah, they're great. Especially Ozzel. Isn't Ozzel the cheapest?
Ozzel's the cheapest Imperial
Yeah,
commander.
he's basically because you got to take one. He's technically free.
Yeah,
What is he? He's 20 points or
20 points. 20 points.
20 points.
He's-
Yeah, so
he's-
he's technically he's free. You have to take one.
yeah.
So he's technically free. in
And
the
he's pretty
list,
good,
so-
especially with gladiators and raiders, because
Yeah, you're gonna.
you could.
Well, a raider you want to nav all the time because
Yeah.
it's got such a crap maneuver.
Yeah.
And same with gladiators. Gladiators just work well on the navs as well. So that's probably a really good one for him. You obviously what's the critty guy? Screed. Screed usually works well with gladiators. But
Correct.
Still, Ozzel's
Ozzel's pretty good.
Ozzel can do
I pretty like Ozzel, especially when you've got small ships that kind of need that movement, especially say Arctons or something like that.
Yeah.
But I can't remember the other commanders. I think there was a Vader. I can't remember on top of my head because Ben Doyle was flying dual ISD2s with 2 Gazantes and I think just Shara Bay not Shara Bay, Sienna Ray. So
Two Gazantes, 2 of those, and Sienna Ray.
yeah, and
Man.
he had gunnery teams and
Trying to get all the fire out of them. So
I can't remember if he had Vader or Modi. I'll have to double check. The list will be out. Hopefully, Luke will write his overnight report and he'll have all the lists there.
Yep.
So
I think that's accomplished.
but thanks, Luke. Thank you for. It was an awesome game for anyone that wants to go to nationals. I highly recommend. As I said, everyone walked away with Ozil cards. Everyone walked away with something. And the second day of, if you didn't make the top 8 cut, there was a small task force event, and there was a massive prize wall of alt cards and everything there. So, it was really good, and I really enjoyed myself. And hopefully next year I'll see more of our Victorian state guys. I'll try to push them along. And hopefully see some...
Well, if I don't have work on if I finally get a weekend off.
And hopefully I'll see some of the South Australian guys, and hopefully we can bid for a Victorian nationals.
Yeah, we'll make them all come down here for once.
Because
we should do that.
We've already had twice in Queensland and twice in New South Wales. I think it's time for...
Canberra hasn't had one yet? Or?
No. First year was in Sydney, then it was Queensland, then back to Sydney and Queensland. Next year, Victoria.
Let's get Victoria next year.
Let's do it.
Yep, let's
vote for Vic.
Yep. Big competition though, because I know everyone in X-Wing will be wanting down X-Wing down here, but I think I don't think we'll get X-Wing again next year because
I don't know. I don't know. Again, it depends on venues. We just need a place that
that's what it comes down to.
It holds Armada players. So no, it was good. I was really enjoying. Too bad not some of my other Victorian guys could have been there. It was definitely a good time round. So yeah. That was my Armada report. I'll definitely write something up as well for people who don't listen. But I was going to write something up. It's just work has got to me first. So
work's always fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It is.
Cool. Well, I think we're just going to leave it there. It's just a short and sweet one tonight because we've got no news to talk about. Nothing else happening.
Let's just have a quick talk about X-Wing Nationals. And
when's that? Yeah, that's this weekend.
This
weekend. Yeah,
let's talk about...
On my wedding anniversary!
Yeah, unfortunately, guys, we couldn't make it to that one. I've got other family commitments as well.
Yeah.
So, I do apologise to the Onyx Squadron guys. Hopefully they run a good event and hopefully get the numbers
they always run a good event out there. So
if you are in the Sydney area, definitely jump on board, guys, and get those numbers up and show FFG that X-Wing in Australia is popular. There's about 100 or so, 100 plus 118 players signed in for X-Wing Nationals. What's your prediction? What will make the cut? Do you think? What will you see?
Won't be Rebels.
Won't be Rebels?
No, won't be Rebels. There'll be, I reckon, in the cut will be mostly full of Imperials, but I think a Scum player will win it.
Scum player?
Yeah. Well, someone put on Facebook saying somewhere that I can't find it.
Yeah.
I gotta look for it. This year's national is going to be won by some noob with some type of weird jank that no one's expecting.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised because X-Wing is still in that sort of stage where, some noob with some type of jank could come up. Maybe Tugboats will win it. That'd be good.
Tugboats would be good, yeah.
I'd love it if Tugboats won. That'd be awesome. Was it that list with the 3 tugs, the 2 Zs or something, and Drea or whatever it is?
I wouldn't be surprised if one of the Fosses was running Redline, Whisper, something.
Oh, well, they will be.
They love their
they will be. They love their Imperial stuff. So
yeah, so
you're going to see a lot of Imperial. I think you'll see a lot of Imperial.
A lot of Whisper. You'll probably
see
a lot of Suntia.
Yeah. See, you got to fly Suntia again, mate.
Yeah.
Get Suntia out there.
Just
learn to fly him better.
Yeah, I should do
learn to fly.
Learn to fly him better.
Get good,
scrub.
Yeah, exactly.
I love my advances for some weird reason. I don't know why.
I keep flying. I can't talk. I keep flying Guri. No, I reckon. I would like to see. Actually, you know what? I'd love to see Rebel win it. To be honest, I reckon it would be like a surprise. It'd be some shock. I love it if someone is sitting somewhere in their own little store, in their own little meta, and they've worked out Rebel somehow. They've come up with something. Or they probably just had lucky dice rolls. It's just as good. It's just,
What state's going to take it out this year?
I don't even know if I even care.
Don't care?
I don't care what state takes it out.
Yeah.
My prediction is, though, the one thing I predict a Foss will be a runner-up. Because it seems to be a tradition. The Fosses are known everywhere.
Oh,
but for some reason, they always seem to come as runner-ups. So I think I made that comment one time and said, we're the boss level for everybody they have to beat.
Question. Is an Australian going to win Australian Nationals?
I don't know how many internationals are there.
Because last year New Zealand won it.
Oh, yeah, it was too.
Yeah. I had to think about it. It's like, who won Nationals last year? I cannot remember. And it was a New Zealander.
It was the Nationals last year?
Yeah. So
I don't even remember.
a New Zealander won it last year. There's
Yeah.
there's a couple of internationals. There's a couple of Europeans I've heard, and a Singaporean. So,
Okay.
So do you
Let's
think?
have the guy from Singapore win it. That'd
Yeah.
just be good. Yeah. Guy from Singapore wins Australian Nationals. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, well, we'll claim him.
Yeah, we'll claim him. Yeah. We'll claim him. We'll see him in our room t-shirt and he can be one of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. All right.
I think that's it.
I think that's it. Yeah, nothing else we need to talk about.
Yeah, good luck for
So,
everyone going to X-Wing Nationals.
Good luck, peoples.
Good luck to anyone.
Unless
from
you're
Victoria.
flying Red Line
Yeah.
or Boba
A Whisper.
or what meta? What else is meta?
Whisper Vader
Red
kind
Line
of.
Boba.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Vader Crew. God, I hate Vader Crew.
Vader crew. Yeah.
Vader Crew. Ugh.
That's shocking as.
That's shocking.
So hopefully next week we'll have some more news. Hopefully we'll have some news on Wave 2 from X-Wing when that's going to come
Yeah,
out.
hopefully we'll find out about the Mining Guild. Apparently, someone made in the comments, Discord app has leaked it, Mining Guild ties. So I'll have to try and get the Discord app and find out what that is. You can do that, actually.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, you're the one who's got a job where
Oh, that was the other thing too. Armada Nationals. Everyone was. If anyone's seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine and know Jake Peralta, all he says is cool. That was running for the whole thing. Everyone was saying cool. It was driving everyone nuts.
Ah, is that what those memes are
Yeah,
for? Because I've never seen the show, so I wouldn't know.
Oh no, it's hilarious. You should
Okay.
watch it.
Yeah.
So cool.
Alright.
That's it for the show. Ian, any final words?
No, hurry up and finish sign out so I can push stop.
Awesome. Next week we'll continue on with our X-Wing League. Hopefully
Yep.
we'll get the two news.
Yeah, pretty much just 2 players we'll catch everyone up on. So.
I've got to battle you, Ash.
Yeah.
So
You
hopefully.
still haven't battled Trash yet?
No, that was
Oh.
my only. That's the only match I haven't done yet. With,
Oh, okay.
apart from the other two
The other
guys.
2 guys,
so,
yeah.
I've been focusing more on Armada. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, we'll be continuing our X-Wing leg coverage. So stay tuned for the final weeks of that. So.
Go.
Yeah, awesome. If you like what you're seeing, guys, make sure you subscribe, hit that button, and remember, hit that bell icon to know when we go live. And remember, subscribe, like us on Facebook, and fly casual.
Okay.